What's happening? It's just me and Godson here chilling. Just conversing. Figured we get it on tape. Um, Conversation stems from some events that happened during the week. Um, I was at work and an Elvis song happened to come on, which kind of surprised me considering where I work. Um, and there was an older gentleman there who happened to be wearing a Trump hat that said, made a statement akin to, man, Elvis was great. Elvis was the shit, essentially. And I wasn't sure if he was talking to me or not, but I responded, and I responded with, Elvis isn't the king. Oh man, I learned a lesson this week, y'all. Apparently, white folk get mad when you say that Elvis Presley is not the king. And we're gonna have to, I'm just, just talking it out now. Shit, Elvis is not the king. I mean, I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. Fuck Elvis.
We was having that conversation or preluding to it, and my question was, what is he considered the king of? I guess that's really what it came.
Well, shit, he's the king of nigga music.
I mean, cause I'm thinking maybe it's honky tonk or maybe it's whatnot, but then rock is like, nah, man, rock and roll,
rock and roll.
Like,
but at that time, it wasn't necessarily rock and roll. That was black music, Negro music, nigga music, whatever you wanted to call it. But that's and because he did it so well, he was the first Justin Timberlake. You know what I'm saying? Who stole the soul? Shoot, Elvis is on that list. Now that's stole the soul. You know what I'm saying? There's some white boys out there that
I was gonna say that might be a topic for another sit down. But I think definitely in terms of king or kingsmanship on that, definitely couldn't. I mean, I didn't even. It was the rock and roll was the furthest thing from my mind, right?
Nah, he's definitely not the king of rock and roll
at all.
At least not in my book.
And I mean, even in terms of like a lot of times the shit that has nothing to do with music has a lot of influence on music.
Mm-hmm.
I would even say in regards to that, I can't give him that. You know what I mean? Now, he had some dope shit because I guess he was, multi-genre doing film. You know what I mean? I'm just
personally, none of it's I mean, I guess the numbers he did, that's impressive. I guess,
but we understand because it was the counter, and that's
and I mean
it was the alternative, it was the anti. So, and that's what I'm saying. Like, and even in that, all that was still a mimic or a mirror of something else that you from somewhere else you got it from, and then to use that directly against where you got it from. There's no king shit in that at all. No king shit in that.
Nah, I just but old white dude was hot, and it made me question. Elvis has been dead what about 43 years now. I want to say. Sounds about right. 44 years, somewhere around there.
I trust your judgment on that, bro.
If he's been dead for so long, and so much information has come out about this dude, how can you still feel the same way? Because
revisionist history.
Well, I wasn't gonna say that. I was gonna say because you're an oppressor.
Yeah, and I mean when you're allowed to control the means.
And I ain't on no.
But I mean just on some real shit. When you're allowed to control the means of what the story is, how the story gets told, how the story gets disseminated. upon being told. Yeah, I mean, that's what I think has been the biggest shift in our business of music, in that the control mechanisms have completely flipped. You know what I mean? And now it's like,
Well,
and now it's like,
the
whereas,
control mechanisms are completely flippable.
well, okay, yeah, okay, I say that. Okay, I'll give you that, because whereas the DJ was the plug or the source, right? If the DJ wasn't playing, if the DJ wasn't letting you know, if you didn't have access to the gatekeepers per se, right? But now we're in a space where not only is it so a la carte, but it's so vending machine. I don't necessarily even have to interface with the artist to even get artist shit. I can just and get my shit and go. You know what I mean? And so, it's
Oh, yeah, there's
he's
the
had,
art of the sale has definitely been lost
yeah, man.
because of the digitation,
Yeah, I mean,
digitization,
the transactional nature of things has completely
and
shifted, and it's still shifting.
all
It's
right.
still shifting.
This is probably like out of the long years I've been doing the get off my line hip hop. This is probably the first like get off my line statement I'm making.
Mm-hmm.
MP3s made cats soft because you no longer have to personally take rejection and learn how to deal with that shit to be able to move on and make yourself stronger, or to realize that this ain't what you need to be doing and move on and do some other stuff.
Okay, I was gonna say my perspective of that would be that's a byproduct of, but I think on the train of thought on where you're at is that it definitely minimized the need for an artist to pound the pavement and track the terrain. I didn't have to,
They don't have to.
Yeah, I don't have to present myself. I don't have to present my artistry per se.
And
I can just give you this disposable, consumable unit of, and then
well, that
move it.
and
You know what I mean?
those that actually still do kind of pound the pavement, very few of them are selling hand-to-hand product. They may just be handing out a flyer of, what I'm saying, of maybe the website or the next event they got going on or something like that. Or just put, and I won't even say handing them out, because I don't see people handing out flyers anymore.
Right.
I see people putting stacks of flyers in gas stations and local convenience stores and all that
Everything's
kind
just
of stuff.
digital. They just shipping it out. You know what I mean? Like, it's some,
And I think that the digitization has made cats lazy and soft, because I can just sit here and Snapchat or
but I
tweet
think
or
also
Instagram.
but then there's also been some gritters, some go getters that's really taken that.
I'm not talking about all the cats.
No
I'm just
doubt,
saying
no doubt.
overall.
No doubt.
I mean,
I just wanted to give balance to the narrative on that. You know what I mean?
here comes get off my line statement number 2. Back in my day, we had cassettes that you had to go to the gas station to sell. That you had to go out and meet people to sell. You know what I'm saying? You had to pump your music, you had to sell your music hand to hand, and that let you know if you was good enough for real or not.
I remember when cats was actually getting CD burners and getting label printers and shit like that.
Oh yeah. Unfortunately, most of them didn't use them because I was still trying to be sold CDs that were blank with marker writing on them.
Writing a Sharpie on the shit, man.
And at a certain point in time, yes, yeah, I get this. But after,
maybe, and then maybe that's just for a different show.
If it was before like
okay,
97,
okay,
98.
Yeah. I give you that. I give you that.
Because
Because technology was
because the home versions of that stuff wasn't.
Yeah, technology
Yeah,
was
so
scarce and
yeah,
sparse.
I'll
I
take
give you that. I give you that.
But 99 and after that, no. You got to at least put a little paper label on here or something.
If nothing else, you had outlets like CD Baby or whatever them.
No, I wouldn't do that because back then that shit was expensive.
I'm just saying, but what I'm saying is, you had companies that was at least giving you the game plan.
But you had cats like DJ Big Baby that would hook you up. You know what I'm saying? You had cats. DJ Fresh might plug you in with somebody.
I was saying most cats who was recording too had like towers. They would plug you. You know what I mean? You slide them a little something. But yeah, man. I mean, I just think the shifts were so continuous, right? I mean, I don't feel like there was a law in. Let me see your flame. I don't feel like there was a law in, for lack of a better term, movement slash progression, whatever, evolving, right, of the game until maybe like what, maybe 5 years ago. You know what I mean? Where like now we seem to have the entree, the charcuterie board of mediums, right? You know what I mean? Cats is buying vinyl, cats is rocking cassettes, cats is rocking CDs here and there. You got the MP3, you got your digital, you got your